Welcome to this first video where we're going to talk about the ultimate annual personal success plan. And in this workbook that I've created, we are going to first discuss the most important sheet of the workbook, which is the 2013 Personal Success Plan. This is the sheet where you're going to define your goals for the year. And it's important to, of course, to define them, otherwise you have nothing that you're aiming for. So let me go through the different sections of this. We're not going to start at the top. We're going to go around to different areas so that you have a thorough understanding of what you need to fill in on for your personal success plan. Now, the first thing I want to focus on is actually the mission down here. A mission statement is, why you exist. What's your core purpose? Why do you do what you do? It should be short, it should be memorable, it should be inspiring, at least inspiring to you. In a professional sense, it can often be market focused, but it describes what you want to be remembered for. The mission statement isn't something that is going to take a short amount of time to figure out, and in fact it may take the rest of the year for you to figure that out if you've never even thought about it yet. But the mission statement, it's important to have that purpose in your mind constantly when you're striving to reach that goals, because when you're going through the tough times and the struggles of reaching your goals, remembering that purpose and having it defined is extremely important to your success. So there's plenty of materials, and I'll be writing more about mission and a personal mission statement and how it can help you achieve execution and achieve more with your goals. But this is where you'll type that right here, and just remember, it should be short, it should be memorable, and it should be inspiring for you. Now the second section we're going to talk about is the focus wheel here. Which are the focus area goals listed also right here. These focus area goals, I recommend that you have about 5 focus areas. Last year I had, I believe it was 8, and I just felt too strung between different things. And so this year I decided to focus it more, narrow it, and these are what I've determined are my focus areas for the year. So for yourself, you just need to go in and change what your focus areas are going to be. Perhaps you want to change one to financial, and then you would come over here and also change your one over here to financial, if that's what you wanted to do. You can also, this is an object in here. You can right-click this and click Add Shape. And it'll add another one to the circle if you wanted to add more. I don't recommend you add more, but you can do that if you need to. And these focus area goals are areas that you want to focus on throughout the year. I have found, and I firmly believe, that when you have success in one area of your life, it'll translate to another area of your life. When you have failure in one area of your life, it will also translate to failure in another area of your life. When you have success in one area, it motivates you and it drives you to create more success in another area. And the same goes on the adverse, is when you're struggling, when you're having failure in one area of your life, it demotivates you to have on your goals in other areas of your life. So it's important to define what these areas are so that you can stay focused throughout the year, and that you can align the behaviors and actions of your everyday life to these focus areas. These focus areas also will help define your vision and your annual goals. But I think it's important to first determine the focus areas before you work on your annual goals and your vision, because they're going to help you narrow that and really help you figure out what you want out of the year. Now, after you have your focus areas, I have three different goals for these areas that you can fill out. And I don't recommend you get beyond 3. I had a couple focus areas last year where I had 6 or 8, and it strung me out way too much. These focus areas, they can be specific things you want to accomplish, or they could be specific behaviors you want to achieve. Like if you wanted to have a a date with your wife once a week. You can put it here. If you're working on spirituality and you wanted to read something every day, or pray every day, or meditate every day, you can throw these things in here. And so these, once you have the focus areas, that'll actually help you, and the focus area goals, that'll actually help you determine your annual goals. Now, your annual goals, they probably will encompass some of your focus area goals, although they might just be overriding kind of an umbrella to the focus area goals. I don't recommend you have more than 3. Once again, we're just trying to keep focused and maintain that focus throughout the year. These goals are something that they shouldn't be just a one-time thing, most likely, that you can achieve, but most likely your monthly goals, your weekly goals, your focus area goals are all going to be inching you closer and closer towards these annual goals. Now, next is the 2013 vision. Now, the annual vision is a statement for how you want to be, or what you want to become at the end of this year. Just to give you an example, I'll throw in what my personal vision statement for this year is. There's nothing secret in it. It says that this was the most successful year I have ever had. I grew closer to my family and became a better husband and father. I achieved the most financial success I have ever had in my life and established myself as the execution expert. My health and spirituality have increased exponentially, making me a better person both inside and out. And so that is, it's written as if it already happened. Also, these focus area goals should be written as if they have already happened. For example, under family, I have one of my focus area goals is I have had a date alone with my wife at least twice a month. Or another area is I've conducted a review, planning, and learning meeting every week. And so these are written as if you've already done them. And this vision, though, is a statement that you'll see in the other sheets as well, and it's to help guide you throughout the year and help you kind of check yourself and make sure you actually are leading towards that. It helps to it's that destination that you have to have, so you know what you're shooting for. Sometimes an annual goal, they can be so dry. It can be a dollar amount maybe you want to make, or a certain achievement you want to accomplish. This should be inspirational and really go deep into your heart on what it is you want to accomplish, and it should help you and drive your actions and behaviors and help you get through those hard times throughout the year. Now we're going to scroll down a little bit. We have the vision board. These are just some sample clip art that I threw in here. I recommend you take these out and throw in images that will that have to do with the certain goals that you have, whether your vision, your annual goals, or your focus area goals. It could be something to do with your family. It could be a professional type thing. It could be something, a sport, or something you want to work more on, fitness. Could be you want this to be the actual vision of what you see happening throughout the year. And so you can easily just take these out and insert new images easily through Excel. After the vision board, we're going to go down here to values. Now, the values in an organization or for personal, they explain what we believe in. They explain how we treat others around us. They explain the values, the principles that we hold dear. For myself this year, my values are, and I put a lot of thought into this, are accomplishment, efficiency, inspiration, creativity, innovation, or actually creative innovation, sorry, and fun. And these are values that I've actually written paragraphs to myself on what they mean to me. And they help to drive, once again, they help to drive how I actually perform the actions and the behaviors throughout the year. And they help to kind of ground me, and they're kind of the glue sometimes that holds some of the other goals and things together. So I recommend that you have values and you really put some time and thought into it. I'll write some more about this in a future post, but after you determined a few, I don't recommend more than 5 to 7. You can have a few more, but too many and it just gets too confusing. And then after you have them all, write out a little sentence or a paragraph on what they all mean to you, so that you can just really understand and what those values and principles are that you hold dear. And I've found in organizations, when I teach about cultures of execution, that values are extremely important to a culture of execution, and they're likewise extremely important to the execution in your own life. So next, after the values, let's talk about the success rhythm. Actually, let's talk about the long-term vision. Like the vision here, the long-term vision is generally a lot shorter. It's a longer-term type of goal that you want to achieve. In an organization, a vision can often be between 15 to 30 plus years. This is your personal vision. It could likewise be long. It could be something shorter that you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years. But the idea is that all of these goals that you're working on are leading to something bigger and better farther in your life. And so take some time to fill out your long-term vision as well. Keep it short, keep it inspirational, keep it specific on what it is you want to accomplish. Now, the success rhythm is something that that helps to focus on how you work and what you work on. And I know that may sound a little bit confusing, but let me give you an example, and I'll actually just give you mine. It's almost like a march of what needs to be accomplished. I've determined that in order for me to do what I want to do and to be successful in what I want to become, I have to spend 40% of my time doing creative work, writing books, presentations, guides, worksheets, tools, training, speeches. I have to spend 25% of my time doing sales and marketing, and these hours are based, I believe, on a 10-hour day. I'd spend 15% of my time teaching. That's writing speeches, workshops, doing this type of video like I'm doing right now, podcasts, coaching, consulting. And so this helps me to align my behaviors and my actions and my work every day, really, and make sure that I'm becoming the person that I want to become. And this success rhythm, if I'm doing this successfully, it should help me achieve my annual goals. It should help me achieve my vision and my other things. Oftentimes we get so bogged down by the millions of other problems we have in life, and if we don't focus the behaviors and actions in our work then on the things that provide the most benefit, then it's harder to achieve our goals. Now, the last two parts of this sheet of defining our goals, I've added two things this year. What's at stake and the reward. And actually, I did have the reward last year. But the reward is if you accomplish these goals, what are you going to reward yourself? How are you going to celebrate? This could be a trip. It could be something you've always wanted to do. But I think it's important to, it's to some people it's enough just to achieve their goals, but also it can help. The reward can also be a why almost. I'm doing all this because I want this for myself. I want this certain thing. Maybe it's, like I said, a trip that you've always wanted to take. So write how you're going to reward yourself. It could be simple. It could be complicated. It could be cheap. It could be expensive. It just depends on your situation and what it is you want. For me, I have always wanted to take a trip to Europe, and I never have, and that is my reward for this year. And then what's at stake? And this is not meant to be a fear-invoking type thing, but a little bit it is. The idea is to write down, if I don't accomplish these things, what am I losing out on? Am I losing out on a relationship? Am I losing out on time? Am I losing out on a goal that I want to achieve? And is it going to take me longer to achieve this goal? And I felt this was important this year because I think I kind of forgot in some ways last year when I was doing my goals on what was at stake. And it's easy to rationalize throughout the year when you're having those hard times. It's easy to rationalize activities that you're doing and say that they're still towards the common goal, but they're really not maybe focusing you on the most important things that you want to accomplish. So I want you to write down what's at stake so that you can always remember what you're giving up when you're not focusing on your goals. And so this is the main sheet where you'll define everything. And all of these, well, not some of these things, the annual goals, the 2013 vision, and the mission get moved over to the other sheets, like you'll see here in the monthly goal planning and the weekly planning review. And so you only have to fill all this out once, and then it goes over to those sheets. And this will take some time to fill out. It took me actually several months to fill it out. So I encourage you to put a lot of thought to it. It's okay to take time to do this, and it's also okay to change this as the year goes on. There's nothing wrong with having a course correction throughout the year when you determine that there's something more valuable that you should be doing. And that's actually what happened to me when I originally started this. My plan was to give you an ebook that you could read about all the things to do in the new success plan, but I changed course and decided that this was going to be a lot more valuable to you, and this tool and the videos associated with it. So good luck, take time, and please comment if you have any questions or thoughts. Thanks.